and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages. I am the Real Bobby Munson, and you're listening to Ring Respect Radio. A whole brand new edition of Ring Respect to Radio is coming to you. But before we get things started here today, I want to go ahead and get you to go and subscribe to the channel down below. Turn on the notification symbol as well so you know anytime we release new material here at Ring Respect Radio, and a lot of great new material we have coming up. I know I teased the idea that Papa Smokes is going to be coming to join us here at Ring Respect Radio, and that is going to be happening very shortly. We have changed a bit of the concept. Ring Respect Retro is going to feature both myself and Papa Smokes. We are going to do commentary over old classic wrestling matches, as well as also give our insight into them, our opinions on them as well too. So that's an exciting new bit of material that's going to be joining us here on Ring Respect Radio very soon. I'm not sure of an exact release date, but we'll make sure to send out all the hype and get you guys ready for Ring Respect Retro when it makes its re-debut in its new format here very shortly. But I wanted to go ahead and do a brand new episode of the show here today because guess what? Gobble gobble, here in Canada, we are celebrating Thanksgiving. Yes, Thanksgiving in October. The second Monday in October is when we celebrate it here in the Great White North, here in Canada, of course. And yes, Canada celebrates it a little bit different to our friends in the South. And the reason being, in 1957, the Governor General of Canada, Vincent Massey, issued a proclamation stating that a day of general thanksgiving to the Almighty God for this beautiful harvest with which Canada has been blessed to be observed on the second Monday in October. So that is why today many Canadians get together with their friends and their family, and we give thanks for the beautiful harvest and the bounty of which we are about to receive.
Hey, listen, Bobby. It's time for Bad Bobby's show now. Here on Ring Respect Radio, it's the Bad Bobby Show. For those of you who do not know, I am the manifestation created by Bobby Munson to deal with his lifelong issues. Bobby has been keeping me locked away, even creating this pathetic excuse for a camera operator. Better, Bobby. Get the shot straight, young man. What you need to know out there in Radioland is I, personally, am the real reason that the coward Bobby Munson even has the courage to put together a show for you armchair booker, horse-faced smarks out there. Without me, Bobby Munson is a nobody, and never will be. The whole thought of his whole get up, the Bobby Fit bullshit is losing 70 pounds and working hard and keeping a smile on his face. He all thought this stuff would keep me silent forever. Oh, but how wrong Bobby is. I am taking over Ring Respect Radio here today. And today on the show, we are going to look back on the debut of our real turkey, the Gobbledy Gooker. The Gobbledy Gooker was a gimmick that debuted at the Survivor Series in 1990, infamously known as the same Survivor Series, which saw the debut of The Undertaker. Funny to think back now of which one of the two debuts was the better one. I gotta say that this Mean Gene Okerlund character really tries to sell the legitimacy of this dumpster fire of a debut. Goes to show that the man had some real skill on that microphone and tried to do his best for the company. But even his best wouldn't do to save everybody from the atrocity that was about to be hatched. I said hatched and meant it. I do love when Okerlund starts saying wherever this egg came from, it must have hurt. See, kids listening right now, an egg is pushed out of a body. So an egg that size must have left Mama Gobbledy feeling like a bear with a wide canyon, if you catch my drift. So the audience there in attendance at Survivor Series 1990 waits in anticipation for this remarkable debut that they have been promised. And then when it finally happens, they are so horribly disappointed that they boo the Gobbledy Gooker. The satisfying part for me personally, though, is looking on the faces of all those poor marks as they're once again burned by the WWE. Yes, and I'm sure that if they had the internet back then, they would have been the first ones on their Facebook and Twitter crying to the world that they will never watch again. They will cancel their subscription to the network. They're never going to turn on another show again and then be on the same goddamn network checking out that show the very next day. You all know who you are. I've been watching. I've been listening. And I'm aware of what you're doing. But that, folks, is the Gobbledy Gooker. And much like this episode of the show, it was a debut that was as useless as a three-legged cat trying to bury shit on ice. So I am aware that you have no real care for the meaning behind Canadian Thanksgiving like that scumbag Bobby Munson was trying to spout out at the beginning of this atrocity. It is just another excuse for all of you to stuff your fat faces and punish your livers with your liquor. So that is all that I have for today. So go ahead, subscribe to this channel, I guess, or don't. See if I care. It only really benefits Bobby Munson. Bad Bobby lives by his own rules. Anyway, I'm heading out. This has been Bad Bobby. And until next time, I hope you choke on a turkey bone. Bobby out.